Imagine a ghost town, but made of glass, steel, and fiber optics. In 2026, this isn't a post-apocalyptic movie scene. It's the financial district of almost every major Western city. Those towering skyscrapers were once the ultimate symbols of status. To have a corner office was to have made it. But today, these buildings are becoming liabilities. They are the stranded assets of a civilization that moved on. We are living through the most significant labor shift since the Industrial Revolution. It's called the Great Decoupling. For the first time in human history, the link between where you are and what you produce has been severed. But this isn't just about remote work, it's about a fundamental collapse of the 20th century social contract. The promise was simple: give us 40 years of your time and we will give you stability. In 2026, that promise isn't just broken, it's a trap. To understand why we are leaving, we have to look at how we were caged. We must go back to the Prussian education system, designed specifically to create obedient factory workers and soldiers. This system was imported to America by titans like Rockefeller and Ford to ensure a steady supply of human resources, people who could sit still for 8 hours, follow instructions, and not ask why. We traded our autonomy for a steady paycheck, but in the 2020s, the paycheck stopped being steady and the autonomy became non-existent. We transitioned from the industrial factory to the open office factory. The cubicle was never meant for creativity, it was meant for surveillance. In 2026, technology has made the supervisor's watchful eye obsolete. When output can be tracked by a millisecond via AI, the physical office loses its last remaining justification: control. Let's get surgical with the data. Klarna didn't just use AI, they executed a masterclass in workforce liquidation. In 2025, their AI assistant handled 2.3 million conversations in its first month. That is the work of 700 full-time human beings, done with 25% higher accuracy and in 35 different languages. The economic impact was a $40 million USD increase in annual profit. But here is the part they don't tell you in the press releases. Those 700 jobs aren't evolving, they are gone, permanently. This is the marginal cost of intelligence dropping to near zero. When a software can think for $20 a month, paying a human $60,000 a year for the same cognitive task becomes a fiduciary failure. Klarna is the blueprint for the AI lean era, where companies are judged not by how many people they employ, but by how few they need. While the world looked at customer service, IBM looked at the brain of the company, the back office. CEO Arvind Krishna made a staggering prediction that became reality in 2025. 30% of non-customer-facing roles would be replaced by AI within 5 years. They started with human resources. Think about it. The irony: the department meant to manage humans is now managed by algorithms. From payroll processing to talent acquisition, the administrative middleman is being purged. IBM proved that bureaucracy is just a slow, human-powered version of a database. In 2026, if your job involves moving data from one spreadsheet to another or approving someone else's request, you are standing on a shrinking island. If the office is dead, why are they forcing you back? Companies like Zoom, Amazon, and Tesla have made headlines with aggressive return-to-office mandates. This is corporate gaslighting. They tell you it's about spontaneous innovation and water cooler moments. The truth is much darker. It's about real estate and control. Many of these corporations have billions tied up in long-term leases and commercial bonds. If the buildings stay empty, their balance sheets collapse. Furthermore, the RTO mandate is a soft layoff. By forcing workers back to a commute they hate, companies trigger a wave of voluntary resignations, allowing them to cut headcount without the PR nightmare of mass firings or the cost of severance. It's a game of chicken where the prize is your time. While the office crumbles, so does the gatekeeper, the university. For 50 years, a degree was the entry ticket to the 9-to-5. But in 2026, the speed of AI evolution is faster than a 4-year curriculum. By the time a student graduates with a degree in marketing or computer science, their freshman year knowledge is already legacy code. We are seeing the rise of global skill arbitrage. A 19-year-old in Lagos or Manila, armed with a Starlink connection and a suite of AI agents, can now outproduce a senior analyst in London. They don't have the student debt, they don't have the 9-to-5 baggage, and they are hungry. The Western middle class is no longer competing with the guy in the next cubicle. They are competing with 4 billion people who just got upgraded to superworker status via AI. In the ashes of this collapse, a new class is rising, the sovereign individual. This isn't a freelancer or a gig worker. This is a high-leverage operator. They treat themselves as a company of one. They use the survival stack of 2026. The AI fleet. They don't hire employees, they subscribe to agents. One for research, one for code, one for distribution. The media engine. They understand that attention is the new oil. They build personal brands that act as 24/7 sales forces. Geographic independence. They earn in dollars or euros, but live in tax-efficient, high-lifestyle jurisdictions. They have realized that the ultimate luxury in 2026 isn't a Ferrari or a Rolex, it's exit velocity, the ability to walk away from any system that no longer serves them. The 9-to-5 didn't die because of a virus or a trend, it died because it became obsolete. It was an industrial solution to an industrial problem, but we are no longer in the age of steam and steel, we are in the age of bits and neurons. The security you think you have in your stable job is an illusion, a ghost of 1926. The only true security in 2026 is your ability to generate value independent of a boss, a building, or a clock. The gates are open. Some will stay in the ruins, waiting for a return to normal that will never come. Others will step out into the frontier. Welcome to Sovereign Logic. We don't just report on the death of the old world, we provide the blueprint for the new one. If you are ready to stop being a cog and start being the machine, subscribe. Your autonomy starts now. Watch our deep dive into the one-person billion-dollar company next. The era of the employee is over. The era of the sovereign has begun. I want to hear from you in the comments. Do you feel the shift in your own industry, or do you think the 9-to-5 still has a few years left? I read every comment, and your perspective helps shape the next documentaries on this channel. Also, if you found value in this analysis so far, dropping a like on this video tells YouTube that this content matters. It costs you a second, but it helps us tremendously. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.